Well, there is something that you have never known about me. Always you come here to watch about my videos and you never know, where does this guy come from? All right, today I'm going to share with you exactly how I got myself out of poverty. And guess what? This is the most realistic video that you can be able to do. You can apply what I did and be able to transform and change your life. And guess what? We can be able to transform ourselves. And let me tell you one secret, just like an iron sharpens another iron, so do we learn from each other. If sincerely you would love to change and transform your life, I mean, this is that video. You ought to watch it until the end so that you get the maximum information. Let's get into the business. I don't want to waste much of your time, but this is what I want you to do. Just like this video and say, oh my goodness, I appreciate that video. Like this video and also subscribe to this channel so that we can grow together to the business. Now, well, probably you didn't know one thing. I'm a graduate. I've through the university, and obviously I was born from unfortunate background. That's a reality and that's a fact. Okay. Now, the point is, I was lucky enough to go to the university, and if you didn't know, uh, I happen to be the only one who has ever been to university in my family. And again, not only my nuclear family, but the whole of the extended family, the entire state of the extended family. I'm the only one who does that. All the glory to God. Now, I went to the university, and obviously, welcome to Africa. You think that you're going to university, you graduate, you get the jobs and all those kind of things. The graduates, if you are a graduate here and you're watching this video and you're watching this video from Africa, you already know what I'm saying, okay? You do the work. I was very bright, by the way. Very bright, very bright. Some of my records in school have never been broken. So anyway, the point is, you go to university, you graduated, and I did the same. And by the way, my first degree, I was actually in the medical related field. That's what I studied in my first degree. So I went out of the university hoping and having all the zeals that I'm going to get the job, I'm going to get the employment and all those kind of things. Once you come back here and then you realize, oh my goodness, the Mr. Life tells you, it's not what you think. You have to do something different here for you to make money. You see, we were never taught, all the way from kindergarten to tertiary education, we were never taught how to make money. And we only taught how to get good grades, and by virtue of you passing out those exams and whatever, you're going to have yourself a very good life. So I went to university, I graduated, here I am in the field trying to look for the jobs. But before I graduated, I sensed a danger. You know, I was looking for an attachment. Attachment is a thing that you look for. You get attached to a certain industry, before you actually graduate. Like I was in third year heading to fourth year. So I got attached, and I was actually struggling to get for an attachment somewhere. So I realized, wow, if I'm looking for an attachment where to work for free, for me to graduate, what if I'm looking for somewhere where I can work for them to pay me? Whoa, this time now I knew. I was actually in those streets of Nairobi, and I knew, guess what? I'm done. I'm done. This is tough. This is tough. I have to think it differently. So back when I went back to university, when I was my fourth year, I was asking guys, did you guys struggle to get the attachment? They were telling me, yeah, we were struggling and all those kind of things. And I said, damn, do you guys learn a lesson? Some of them did, some of them didn't. Okay. So after I graduated, I knew, or before I graduated that last year, I knew I have to equip myself. I took some few courses here and there about how I can be able to make some cash, the finances, the investments, the businesses, and all those kind of things. After getting off the field, again, I looked for a job. There was no job. So what did I do? Now, this is where the practical thing starts. That was a little bit of my story. Now, this is where the practical thing starts. I started actually by doing the painting jobs. Yeah, for those who've been with me for quite a long time, and shout out to somebody like Mercy, aka Triple M. That lady has been with me like forever. Oh, congratulations to you. And check her channel, actually. She's an amazing lady. She understands what I'm saying, and many others whom I didn't give it, like I support and others. Okay. Now, well, I started painting it. How did I get myself into painting? Painting, I mean, like painting, literally painting with a brush and such kind of a things. I was also selling paints. What I did is that I had some friends of mine who never went to university. So when I came back to the society, I asked them, hey, you know what, guys, you know what, I got no options. Do you have a gig that you can help me to do so? So I went exactly and did exactly that. I was painting, here and there to at least settle up my payments. I have to pay my rent. I have to eat. I have to dress and all those kind of things. But one thing that actually cracked my head, we once one day went to a certain client who was building a house worth, I'll never forget, was around 36 million Kenyan shillings, 36M. And that place actually disturbed me. And I was painting out there and asked myself, this guy is building a house worth 36 million. I'm being paid 1,000 bob. That's like like $7 today. I'm being paid $7 a day for this dude is building. That 6 million Kenyan shilling. This is like over That's a lot of money. This is close to over 280,000 Kenyan, $280,000. And I knew, damn, I'm using this information in a wrong way. What exactly formula is this guy applying to actually be able to build this kind of a house? And I was asking my fellow guys there, do you guys think about it? Do you know how much this is amount of this money is? The guys never used to like bother themselves or something, and I knew I have to do something. Back then, I used to have this feeling of recording videos and I have to do something. I still had something like was actually emanating from deep inside of me. And then I decided to make some videos here and there. During that 1 hour of lunchtime, I could pick a camera, record myself, post the video as it is as fast as I can so that I'm able to get the bundles, record the video, upload the video, and be able to turn or whatever and go back to job. So I used to work with them and telling them, hey guys, subscribe to my channel. Hey guys, do this. Hey guys, do this. They never used to think what I'm doing. Okay. But the point is this. What am I trying to say? Well, there's something. You cannot be able to think clearly if you are not stable. When I say stable, you cannot be able to eat. You cannot be able to pay your rent. You cannot even be able to be creative. If you're a graduate, if you are out there and you are facing some challenges, first of all, do not complicate the thing. Shake off that what you studied in university. Behave like you never went to university. Behave like you never went to you have the diploma, you have the whatever that thing that you have from the education or from the school, and it's not paying you right now. Just put it aside, hustle like a dropout. So I went there to at least get, obviously the $7 that I was getting a day was purposely for paying my rent and such kind of things, okay? And also I knew one thing, this money or this kind of an industry that I'm getting myself, if I'm not careful, I'm going to spend like the rest of my life in this industry. Guess what? I was interacting with some of the guys, they were telling me I've been in this industry for the last 30 years. And they tell me 30 years and I'm looking what they have achieved, they're still struggling like I am. And I knew this is not the best area that I can ever be. I got nobody who can inspire me to get on that industry. I knew one thing, I'm going to take this $7 that I'm getting each and every day, be able to manage that amount of money, set aside, be able to acquire a good phone that has a good camera so that I'll be able to record videos. And that is exactly what I did. You go out there, look for something that is gonna solve your short period. We call them the long what do we call them, the short goal, what do you call them, like immediate goals that gonna solve your problem. You see, food can't wait, dressing can't wait, rent can't wait. If you can look for something that you can be able to do to cater for that problem or challenge that you're having, so that at least you can be sane, you can be stable. And then after that, now you can look for something that can actually offer you long-term solution. This is a short-term solution, which is food and what, and then look for what? A long-term solution. I had that thing deep inside of me. Well, I'm not saying you take a phone and start recording videos. Not all of us are creators. What you can be able to do is this. Probably you can pick a skill out there. Probably if you actually hustling here and there, how about you acquire yourself a good machine like a computer? You can learn some graphic design. You can learn some editing. You can learn some video editing. You can learn something to do with like, what we call variety of things that you can be able to pick up in the internet. For example, annotation, copywriting, article writing, online writing, all those kind of things. A skill or other skill that you can be able to scale it out there and you can be able to improve yourself out there. That is exactly how you do it. But did you look the procedure? I did not get frustrated just because I graduated. I appreciated that moment that I did spend in school because it helped me in a way to think like sort of clearly, have the language that I'm using right now. But putting money on the table, putting food on the table, that's a whole of a different skill of different area or something of sort. No, so you have that one. Now go to how you can be able to solve the short-term goals, eating and whatever. You become stable, organize and manage that small money that you are getting. Look for a thing that you can be able to do. And the problem that you can be able to do now is to get the money, think about going back to college, to study a different thing because you are told that is marketable. You're going to end up in the same cycle. Get a thing that you can be able to control it by yourself. Some can decide you can get some cash, organize yourself, raise that capital. Even if it take you 2 years, 3, I was in that industry of painting for 4 years. I didn't just got in and got out. No, I was in that industry for 1, 2, 3, 4 years in that industry. That's where I got my money to buy my first phone that I'm recording some video that I used to record, not this one, obviously, but the one that I used to record back then. And bear with me if you've been with me and you're watching some funny videos without clarity and all those kind of things. I never used to have a microphone and something of sort. So the point is, you see, now when I used to make those videos, I used to believe one day I'll be able to be out there and this YouTube will be paying me and maybe I'll be making some clients out there and all those kind of things. But you know what? God is great. He always knows, hey, provided you be consistency, you have the discipline, you have that vision, you have that zeal, you're going to achieve that specific thing. Now, the problem that you have is to blame people out there. Number one thing that I never did is to blame people. I remember back when we used to go for our lunch, we could sit somewhere and people are talking politics. They are complaining how the government is actually suppressing them to a point where they cannot even make their ends meet. I knew that has a little bit of truth in it, but hey, what can I do? I cannot wake up in the morning and go fight the government. You can't do that. So what can I do? See, it's always good to focus on things that we call the controllables. That is exactly what you do. So you control the controllables. What was I in control of? I was in control of me working hard. I was in control of controlling my money, making sure that I manage it. I was in control of my mentality because it's the only thing that you can control. You can control. You cannot control how tomorrow is gonna be up, no, but you can control how you think. If you can be positive oriented, attract positive energy, you can be able to do great things as you progress to the next level. Up, yeah, sure, I know. I was appearing as if I was out of ordinary. I was appearing as if I was in an utopian dream. I was appearing as if I wasn't even serious. Have you ever been amidst of people who are doing the same thing continuously and you're doing yours in a different way? You appear as if you're out of proportion. You appear as if you're not thinking. You appear as if you're, they kind of throw some words. And I remember the first time I made a video, I shared it with my then friend, and I said, hey, you know what? Maybe you can push this video out there. And the guy was like, hey, squeeze una advice watu. That's in Swahili. In Swahili, in English means like, oh, nowadays you're an advisor. Oh, okay. It's okay. It's good to advise people. And I remember I started with things to do with the relationships and that kind of a thing. I just had the zeal of coming before people and sharing what I understand and what I know. Because I do believe we have things that you can share with people. Anyway, the point is this: whenever you start or you decide to become yourself, you lose a lot of people along the way. It is very lonely out there. I'll repeat, it is very lonely out there. So it is good that you have the motivation, you have the zeal that is actually positive oriented, that can actually push and position you at that particular place. So let me just recap exactly what I've said, okay? Number one, do not blame on anyone, okay? Number two, be responsible of your life. What does it mean? And do not complicate the things. Just look around. Pick that what is available as you get before you get that what you want. If you do exactly that, and again, be a manager. What does it mean? Manage not only your time, but also your finances. Make sure that at least that small amount of money that you're calling it small, you manage it. See, God blesses the work of our hands. So if you can manage that little that you have, you organize yourself. I had the vision. I want to manage these $7 that I'm getting so that I can buy a good phone. And I remember there was a time I bought that, the time I bought that phone, I bought it as around 15,100. And after buying that phone, a friend of mine also tried and bought the same phone. See, he bought the phone without understanding the purpose of why I buy the phone or I bought the phone. It is good not to compete with people. It is good to know why are they buying it, obviously. So if I was him and I wasn't doing content creation, obviously I wouldn't have gone for that phone. I would have put that money into money market fund. You get what I'm saying? So don't copy paste anything and everything just in the name of competing. So the thing is, do them something that you can be able to do for your sake. And at the end of the day, organize and manage. Remember one thing, God seizes growth where there is no management. For me, all those kind of things that I've talked about since the start of this video, it's all about me working hard. I can never, ever, ever eradicate the fact that God did help me. Right? God helped me a lot, and it's by His grace that I've actually reached to where I am and far much we are going. And I also believe that, for honestly speaking, if you can play hard as you can work as hard as you can. If you can be out there and try the best that you can be able to transform and change your life. Provided you work hard, believe in God. If you do, and by the way, if you're a religious person, of which I advocate anyway, by the way, and I'm not preaching here, but that's the reality. For me, I attribute it to the God and all the glory back to Him. That's the point. And at the end of the day, guys, don't forget that you can pick my number from this specific video. And again, you can pick that number, give me a call or conversation so that we can talk about investments and money and anything related to exactly that. For now, it's a goodbye. Don't forget, subscribe and also comment down below. See you.